So you're telling me White Star, bro? Luffy just, I don't care what nobody say, bro. He just boxed an admiral. One attack. He can't even get up if he wanted to. GG's, bro. Added to his resume. Added to his resume. He just boxed an admiral with one named attack. Oh my God. We on break this week, so you already know what's going on.
Man, shit ain't got serious, man.
What a chapter that I just read. Wow. Wow. Anybody else feel like that? Just wow. Like, I'm not even mad that we on break. Like, after everything that I've learned, like, I'm not even mad at Pops for this. But I feel like once I start talking about it, I'm gonna get a little upset. Wow. Wow. After all these years, we finally learned some information that we've wanted to learn for a long time, and we get it from this here chapter. And this might be just the beginning. Let's just talk about it, bro. I'm excited. Are you? Because I'm excited. Let's just get the cover requests out of the way. Out of the way. You know, all the craziness aside, you know, it's another monkey. Another monkey stealing something, Pops. Really? I'm just playing. So right now, the battlefield is understood. Only rear and vice admirals are currently on the main battlefield with Luffy, Bonnie, Saturn, Kizaru, Vegapunk, Sanji, Frankie. Don't forget about Atlas is there too. We didn't see too much of her this chapter. I wonder why. So what I talked about in my last chapter review is that he didn't weave the attack from Bonnie, so he had to be weak. And I was like, yeah, he's about to just show off how OP he is. And he came through. He came through. So apparently he has this weird ability that he has, and he just let himself get stabbed so that he could show his little cheating ability, just so everybody can know that, like, I'm unbeatable. Watch this. So Bonnie stabs Saturn with the sword, and he's like, I wanted you to stab me. That's trash, bro. Only trash people say that. I wanted you to stab me. Takes the sword out and like the wound disappears. That's trash, bro. You're a cheater and you don't deserve that ability. Give it to Luffy, honestly. He'll do something with it. I was wrong. I had a conversation with one of the homies, and he said that Luffy was gonna box Kizaru. And I honestly thought that the fight was gonna come to a conclusive end where there wasn't a clear victor. But even if you want to sugarcoat it or anything like that, Kizaru is out for the count. Like, he's out for the count. He boxed him with that White Star gun. He said it himself, he cannot get back up. Luffy's goated, bro. If this was a WWE match, he would have got that easy 1, 2, 3. Luffy just would have had to hit one of them little pass out pins, bro, and it would have been over. Reading this chapter, it shows like Saturn is a cruel bro. Like, he's grimy, dirty, bro. Like, he just don't, like, he's worse than the Celestial Dragons. Like, the Celestial Dragons, like, they do what they do for fun, but like, it's almost like he takes it to another level. Like, he wants to see the cruelty of the world also for fun, but like in his own little different way. Like, it's almost a part of his personality, just cruelty. He's a demon. He's literally sitting here squeezing Bonnie to death with one of his hands, and there's nothing that nobody can do about it because they feel like they're being pinned down. Now, what I think is going on is, since he's a spider, spiders have spider webs, but I think just to make Saturn even more of a cheater, they made his spider webs invisible. And for a future chapter, if we're just going off common sense, spider webs can get burned by fire. Who's the only person here that has fire that's currently conscious? Sanji. So maybe Sanji can save Bonnie from the situation that he's in. Hopefully. But assuming that the cheating is gonna continue, Sanji can't really do anything along with everybody else. So who is gonna come and save Bonnie? Because she's not gonna die. I mean, all the vice admirals and the rear admirals, like, they got their guns pointed at her head, but I don't think she's gonna die. I don't think they're gonna get the shot off, or like, I think they're gonna miss. Someone's gonna come and save her. We learned that Kuma is a member of another extinct race called the Buccaneers. So far, at least as far as I remember, the Lunarians got enslaved, the Buccaneers got enslaved, and they both did something that was a grave sin to the world. So they killed off the whole entire race. But my question is they're killing off these races, but what did they do? Like, how, like, just how messed up was the old days during the Void Century? Like, maybe there was a war where the Lunarians and Buccaneers and probably more races stood up against the world government. And now, like, the aftermath of it is any survivors of that race just has to get put into slavery or die. Like, there's no way they won the war, because the One Piece world wouldn't be what it is if they won. So they had to lose the war and die? That's crazy. And who's strong enough to come over here and save Bonnie? Like, we got a nice lineup over here and everyone's kind of far away, unless Gary was right and Kuma's about to come through to save Bonnie. Bro, if Kuma comes to Egghead, bro, y'all gonna have to chalk it up, bro. You're gonna have to put Egghead in your top 5. It's already, listen, if we learn what I think we about to learn in this here chapter, you're gonna have to put Egghead in your top 5 anyway. Now, before we get into this is what I got spoiled of. I seen like a two-worded summary of the chapter, and I seen not a two-worded summary of the chapter. I seen the summary of the chapter, but I only read 2 words of it, and then I dipped out because I didn't mean to see it. And it said that there was a Kuma flashback, but I didn't expect his whole childhood story for real. We see Kuma as a newborn baby, and this kind of is weird. I wish sometimes that the chapter panels were colored sometimes, like on important things, or like there was notes that shows us like what's up with them. Like in the example of when there was like the whole weird thing with the Seraphim's blood, and the Seraphim's blood is green. We never, sorry, I just might have noticed something. There might be a connection. Hold on, we're gonna talk about it. The Seraphim's blood was green, but we never knew this until like we saw it. You know what I mean? And there's weird stuff going on with Kuma's blood, and we won't know anything about Kuma's blood until we see it. Now, I just got a crazy theory in my head. Listen, don't throw tomatoes at me. Vegapunk gets a lot of his ideas from like the old times and stuff. He's cool with Kuma. Vegapunk made the Seraphim. Kuma is cool with Vegapunk. Kuma is a Buccaneer. Is the Seraphim's blood the same as Buccaneer blood, but like a replica? We gotta talk about it, y'all. We gotta talk about that. If that is the case, then the Seraphim just get even more crazy with what they got going on. And we ain't even seen nothing for real yet. We're definitely gonna have to add Kuma onto the list of saddest backstories in One Piece. Like, God damn. Being enslaved with your parents, watching your mother slowly die, and then you see your father get shot right in front of your face is crazy. He's up there for real. Top 5 saddest. And in all this while he's 11 years old too. We see the beginning of the God Valley incident. Holy shit. Are we about to learn what happened during God Valley? Is the next chapter about to be more of the Kuma flashback? Like, are we about to learn everything that's happened? We have a lot to talk about, even after we get through this chapter. Hold on, man. Hold on. So right now the Celestial Dragons are in God Valley for their cleansing events, or whatever it is that they do, which is basically like a wild rabbit chase where they just go on an island every 3 years and just kill everybody, and whoever gets the highest points like maybe gets money or something like that. And we see that Shanks's daddy is here, Garling, and they have this event every year where they just purge, and like it makes my skin crawl for real. Like, if this was real, like, it would make my skin crawl. The Celestial Dragons are like dead ass scum, bro. Like, I don't even want to call them what I really want to call them for real, but they some, yeah, they some hoes. Shanks's daddy once again is here, and after seeing a young Garling like around like that 20, maybe 30-year-old age, ain't no need for no DNA test. That's the daddy. We don't need Mori. Look just like Shanks. Look like damn near split an image of him, bro. Head to toe, it's crazy, except for the hair. I wonder why Shanks didn't keep that. So Saturn was actually there at God Valley. So does this mean that we're about to learn what happened there from him? Or is it gonna be from this flashback in the next coming chapters? I mean, like, he gave all the info on Kuma being a buccaneer of an extinct race that maybe nobody should know nothing about, like it's nothing. I mean, he thinks we're all gonna die anyway, so you should go ahead and slide us them God Valley secrets, big bro, you know, and let Robin hear it. Matter of fact, wait, let Robin hear it so she can like write her book on the world, you know, and on the world history. If you tell it to Luffy, he's not gonna remember. Let Robin hear it. Let her pull up. But it's the second time that Robin pulls up, because the first time it's gonna be Katarina Divine. Remember that. Not the first time. Wait for the real Robin. Okay? No? All right. So y'all, let me know in the comments if things add up for you, because it doesn't for me just yet. So I know in the translation that it said that Garling was like a champion of God Valley, but in this flashback, he was already a God's Knight. So like, was he already a noble at this point, along with the God Knight status? Because it seems like this flashback not seems like, this is the beginning of the God Valley incident, because this is 38 years ago. And when Sengoku was doing the little history lesson on the God Valley incident, that was 38 years ago. And that's when Garp got deemed the GOAT of the Marines. So this is the beginning of the God Valley incident, before everything happened. So when did the World Noble title come into play? And how did Garling become the champion of God Valley if he just killed the king? And if this is the beginning of the God Valley incident, so that means that he's been the champion before he killed the king? There's a lot, it's a lot of questions. I don't know, that's kind of weird. So he was a God Knight, the champion of God Valley, and a World Noble? It's not adding up. But at the same time, he could have been already a World Noble during these events, and I'm saying all this for nothing, honestly. So specifically, someone told Saturn that Kuma was about to get away. And even all these years back, Kuma was someone of more importance, even amongst the slaves. And he gets away and he gets found, and they were about to bring him back to Saturn. He actually was about to get ratted out by fellow slaves because they were grouped in groups of 10. And if Kuma would have got away, they would have killed all the other slaves that was in his group. But just before he's about to get brought back, we see a young Ivankov, and who might be Bonnie's mother, that comes to the rescue, ending this chunky ass chapter. Boy, oh my God. So much happened in this chapter. I cannot wait for the theories. I cannot wait for the people that look at the singular specs of the chapter and see things that I didn't see. This chapter is gonna go down as one of the either craziest chapters or the beginning of one of the craziest mini arcs in One Piece. If we get a God Valley flashback arc, I'm gonna go crazy. So knowing what we know about Ivankov, this Jenny person and Kuma all know what went down at God Valley, and I can give an educated guess on how Roger ended up there. But what I don't get is how Roger and the Rocks Pirates started fighting. That I don't know. But maybe Roger was there coincidentally and was trying to put a stop to the killing game, and maybe he was saving the slaves, right? He was saving the slaves. So how does the Rocks crew get into this if they were trying to fight the World Nobles? If Roger was trying to save the slaves and Rocks was trying to fight the World Nobles, how did the two intertwine if they're possible on Roger's side, if Roger's possible goal was to save the slaves and Rocks was there to kill the World Nobles? How did they end up fighting? How did they come to fists? I don't understand. Also, now that we know that there was more people here, why was this never mentioned? Garling was there, Saturn was there. I understand why Saturn wasn't mentioned, because ain't nobody supposed to know anything about the Gorosei anyway, so they would leave that out of history books. But why was Garling never mentioned? And also, why, it's like, how did things go down how it went down, and the people that was there either did nothing about it, or maybe we don't know what they did, or maybe what actually happened at God Valley might have not went the way that we thought. Because think about it, if Saturn is here at Egghead in the flesh fighting Luffy, then why wasn't Saturn, that's in the flesh at God Valley already, not fighting two of the most wanted pirates at the time? Also, Garland, who is on a higher upper echelon, even higher than the Marines, so he has to box. He's up there with the current fleet admiral, which is Kong. He's up there, stronger than him, we can assume. Why wasn't he boxing one or both of the most wanted pirates at the time? And what I will not get until maybe we see it. I mean, we're gonna see it, but why did Roger fight the Rocks crew when it should have been Roger, Garp, and the Rocks crew fighting Garling and Saturn? Because those were the real people that needed to be dealt with. Because if Rocks was gonna fight the World Nobles, what business does Roger have with stopping him from doing that? Maybe one of the World Nobles was like Ace's mom. That's the only thing I could think of. That's what a girl would make you do, to make you do crazy stuff. But that shouldn't have stopped him from what he possibly came there for. Because Ivankov, Jenny, and Kuma get saved, and they get taken away, obviously, because Kuma and Ivankov survive. I would assume that Roger saves them, or maybe someone else does, or maybe like a young dragon? Nah, no way, right? If Roger took them away, then he had to have been there to save the slaves. But if Dragon took them away, then the reason why Roger is there is kind of left to question. But Rocks was doing the right thing when he came to God Valley. He was doing the right thing. If he was going there to fight the World Nobles and the Celestial Dragons because they're running around killing slaves and regular innocent civilians, then why did Roger stop him from doing that? And that is what I need to be revealed. That's what I need to know. That is the information that I need to know, because Darling was there. This is like a prime Shanks pops there. So he had to fight, right? Saturn was there. Saturn old as hell. So I don't know. Maybe he's just always in his prime. He had to fight, right? So I feel like honestly, I mean, yeah, this is a theory, but I feel what we were told about the God Valley incident, obviously there's more to it, but it might be just full out wrong. And it's just not making sense because of what I said earlier. If Rox was there to do what was right, then why did Roger fight him? Because Roger was a good guy. Roger and Garp teamed up to fight them. I mean, I wouldn't say that Rox was a good guy, but he was doing what everybody wanted. Everybody wants Luffy to do and box all the world nobles. So why stop him? And there was so many other people there that was of note, like notability, that isn't mentioned either. That definitely was fighting too during this. There's no way they just sat back and watched Roger and Garp fight. So I cannot wait for them to let us know what actually happened at God Valley. And also, we need to know how it disappeared or got destroyed. Go ahead, let us know that too. Honestly, bro, if Egghead is the arc where we learn about the entirety of the God Valley incident, this is chalking up to be one of the best arcs in One Piece history. It just needs a little bit more feats. If we learn about all of God Valley from this arc, it just needs a little bit more feats. But Luffy one-shotting Kizaru with a named attack is definitely some high-level cool points to add to Egghead's total. Crazy. This has been a crazy chapter. To all the people that are Admiral haters or the pirate haters or the Admiral stronger than pirates arguers, y'all just gonna have to hold this chapter, bro. Luffy just one-shotted Kizaru. Whether you like it or not, we're gonna learn about the God Valley incident. Fingers crossed, please knock on wood, y'all. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this chapter. I want to see how you guys drew your conclusions on this chapter and what do you guys think happened during the God Valley incident. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a longer video. W chapter.